Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Welcome back to another live stream. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week going so far? Hopefully everybody's week is going well. Hopefully everybody's week is going better than mine. We've had some real internet struggles this week. Monday and Tuesday, they turned off the internet halfway through the live stream. So sorry for any of the interruptions for any of the individuals that were at the prior live streams, but all for good reasons. There's a lot of infrastructure going in my area. The town is building new highways, new hospitals, new schools. They're putting in new utilities. So it's not the internet's fault, to say the least. Seeing the infrastructure going in is actually a W for the real estate. So happy to see that. Happy to see all the upgrades and all the new things coming. That's definitely going to help the appreciation over on the real estate side. But just for you all to know, if the internet dies again today, right? If we go 3 for 3 on the week, if somehow the live stream just turns off in the middle of nowhere, it is because the internet has died for a 3rd day in a row this week. So, at this point, the only thing I want to bet on today is, the over on the internet dying, basically. Definitely not AT&T's fault, but happy to see the upgrades coming to the town, just causing a little bit of interruptions for the businesses online, but that is all right. We'll continue to keep working through it. Sorry for the interruptions, but let's see who's here this morning, and let's start to get into some of the information. Let's see who we have here today. Good morning, Island Dreams. Good morning, Maya. I'm probably going to say this wrong, but please correct me. Zanu? Is that how you say that? Good morning, Zanu. Trader007, how are you doing today? Mock, good morning. Stowe, good morning. Bob, good morning. Historical Seconds, good morning. AV Dream, good morning. ICT NGL, good morning. Starlink works for my son-in-law. Yeah, I need to get a backup option. I think that's what it all boils down to, is that I didn't think that I needed more than a gig of internet, but I guess having a gig of fiber is not enough. So we'll go for a backup option of Starlink as well. I should have called them yesterday or the day before, but after the internet turned off, I went outside and started working on other businesses. So if it happens again today, I'm definitely going to give them a call. 3 strikes and you're out at this point. It can't keep happening. So we'll get the backup of Starlink up and running any of these days now. That way we have something to switch over to. Irvi, good morning. How are you doing today? Arferna, good morning. How are you doing today? You can just say Zan. Yeah, that's probably so much easier. Perfect. Thank you. Alrighty, so how is everybody doing so far in the week? Let's see how chat is doing. Type a 1 in chat if you're green on the week so far. Type a 2 in chat if you're red on the week. And type a 3 in chat if you've yet to trade so far this week. To say the least, it has been a tough market. Dealing with Trump tweets and whatnot. We have the economic calendar, so we always understand that type of news driver, but Trump tweets, that's not something that's on a calendar. So it's not something that you can time, right? So the volatility has been quite interesting, to say the least. Right? Like if we hop back here to yesterday's action, let's take a look. This is what I'm trying to point out to over here. Where is it? In here. All right. So, for example, right, we don't expect... Oh, geez, hold on. That made me lose the spot. All right, so right in here, this is what I'm trying to point to, is 7 a.m. in the morning, right? We're not really expecting anything. 7 a.m. in the morning, but Trump comes out with some kind of news and you end up getting a 100-point candle in 1 minute, randomly at 7 a.m. in the morning. So just trying to show some of the volatility in the market and help you understand the logic that some of this is, out of our control. Kind of like the internet issues, right? I can't do anything about the internet. So when something is out of your control, you shouldn't let that send you on a full tilt, right? Just because it happens, it shouldn't ruin your entire business. And that's what happened with me yesterday as well. So that was the other portion of the conversation, is that I took I took a long yesterday. And even though the internet went out, I was happy to have had although it was a larger than expected loss, I did not want to lose that amount. For example, let's go over yesterday's loss so that you can see what I'm talking about. Let's pull it up here. All right. So yesterday, right before the internet turned out, right here, right? So I had orders set on both ES and NQ for the initial bounce, right? And you can see the drawings here because I had left it here from yesterday. Normally, I would only take one trade, right? I would only take one trade, but since the internet went out, I had orders set on both charts. I was just waiting to see which one would get filled first. And after one got filled, I would go and cancel the other one so that I would only have one position, right? But I wasn't able to do that because the internet went out. And by the time I got over to my cell phone, both of the positions occurred at that point in time. Right? So something that is completely out of my control because of the internet, still making sure that you have orders placed for stop losses is where I'm going with this. Like, even when things happen outside of your control, you still got to make sure you have your risk management in place, right? So for example, my stop losses were set on both of the orders. So even though it got stopped out, right? So take a look here. Very unfortunate, first of all, because it gets stopped out and then goes to target, which is just quite unfortunate, but that's just hindsight. But it's the fact of the risk management was still there, even when something outside of your control happens, right? So just make sure that you don't ever lose control of your business. That's where I'm going with the statement. Make sure that you always focus on risk management. That way, when things that happen outside of your control, you still have everything managed. Okay? Hey, good morning, Brutal Trader. Good morning, Awless. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week going so far? Good morning, Frequency. Hope your week is going well. Good morning, Nico. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, Frequency. My day is going well. Hopefully, the internet does not shut off today. If it does, if the live stream cuts out of nowhere, you know why. The Prince, good morning. How are you? Umar, good morning. How are you? Weapon, what's up? How's your day going? Hopefully everybody's week is going well. Hopefully everybody's day is going well. Just welcoming everybody into the stream, talking about the beginning of the week. And then we're also going to do some analysis and update the trading desk. We're going to get prepared for today as well. While we do, let's hop over here. Let's hop over here real quick. We got to understand that we have ADP coming up here in 2 minutes. Okay, ADP, non-farm payroll. Then you have core retail sales at 8:30. Okay, 10 a.m. we have PMI. And 9 p.m. Trump is going to speak. So today is loaded. Today is loaded. You have to be aware of all of these potential volatile times, starting with 1 minute from now. So let's see if anything happens with ADP. Now, for anybody that's even wondering or it has this thought, ADP is not the one that we do one shot, one kill for. Okay, so if you're looking at doing that here in 20 seconds, I've only ever seen people do it on Fridays, right? The normal non-farm payroll, okay, or CPI. So we'll still see if there's any kind of volatility that comes from this driver, but you can see I have no orders on my chart. I will not be doing that. So let's see. Let's see. Anything? Nothing? Well, that was quite uneventful. So that's a good reason why not to do a one shot, one kill on ADP, non-farm payroll. So this right here, just wait for the normal non-farm payroll. Hey, good morning at Trades. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I hope your week is going well. Good to see you again. Took 2K in March. Nice. And placed 21st in a Ninja Trader competition. Very good job, Frequency. W's for Frequency. Let's go. Umar, good morning. Mr. Zink, good morning. Hopefully your Wi-Fi stays strong today. I'm praying. If they go 3 for 3 this week, you know, they struck out at that point. I'm going to go get some Starlink and have a backup from here on out. We'll see. Good morning, Shark. How are you doing today? Been following for 4 years. That's Atman, right? Atman? It's an extremely lethargic news release there. Hope all is well, Atman. Very good to see you again. Hey, good morning, Jack. Hope your day is going well. Hope your internet connection is good. It's going good so far, but I'm going to go ahead and knock on some wood. Maybe I didn't just ruin it. We'll see. All right, chat. Just like every other day, who wants to make a deal? Type a 1 in chat if we should make a deal here. Should we try to make another deal? Yay or nay? Yay or nay? Are you guys going to complete the deal today? We'll see. Yeah? All right. Let's do, where are we at right now? Let me take a look real quick. Let's figure out a number here. All right, we definitely got to get the numbers up. So let's do 100 likes All right, so chat, if you get the like button to 100, I'll give away 2 Lucid Flex evals, 50K Lucid Flex accounts, 2 of them, to 2 people that are here in chat right now. How does that sound? So we'll start at 100 likes. 100 likes, and then we'll see if we can make a second deal if we even get there. How does that sound? Everybody smash the like button. Let's get it to 100. For 2 Lucid Flex accounts. While we do that, I need to update the trading desks. So I'm going to also start to go through the analysis for all the assets that we watch. So please do be patient with me. I'm going to have to take some screenshots, get it over to Discord while we go through the higher time frame analysis for each of them. So if you have any questions regarding any of the analysis while we go through it, feel free to throw it in the chat. Feel free to throw any type of information in the chat. All right, so let's start over on Euro. I would like to end on NQ and ES. Take a look at the daily. All right. So on the daily, I would love to see what type of daily candle closure we get here today. Okay, if we're capable of creating a bullish FEG here, I would look for something like this. You have these equal highs here. That could be target number 1, and that could be target number 2. Right, the other swing high to the left. So let's document this here. Let's see if we can create the bullish FEG on Euro. If we can create the bullish FEG on Euro, then we'll look at it to provide support for higher prices. All right. Let's get a screenshot of that. Euro. I want to see today's daily candle closure here, right? If the daily closes this candle confirming this bullish FEG, then I want to see price tap into the bullish FEG, find support here for higher prices. All right, so I will watch to see what type of daily candle closure we get today here on Euro. All right, Euro. Next, the dollar. Okay. Dollar just swept out a swing high here. After sweeping out the swing high, we have invalidated a bullish FEG, 2 bullish FEGs. So finding no support from either one of those FEGs, which just makes it look like this is a sweep of the highs. Right? Like, are they about to have a change in the state of delivery here on the daily chart? Right? If price goes and closes below the opening price of this candle, that's now a change in the state of delivery. Right? So we were bullish. We were doing higher highs and higher lows. We might change the trend here. So if it changes the trend here, that's also going to be a nice breaker block. Right? So Whether we close below the change in the state of delivery or whether we create the breaker block, it's starting to look like the sweep of this high here is where the bears just stepped in. Because now the bullish FEGs are getting invalidated. So looks like we'll be bearish here on the dollar, looking for the move lower. So thinking that this was a sweep here, because that was a sweep, we'll aim down here. Since these FEGs have already been filled, we'll aim down here. Now, understanding the correlation between NQ, ES, or Euro, if the dollar starts to head lower here, that'll allow NQ, ES, Euro to head higher. So we'll see. We'll see if we get this bearish change in the state of delivery on the dollar's higher time frame here. Give me a second. I'm just typing this out in Discord too, so that anybody that's not here on the live stream also gets the information. All right. There is the dollar. There is Euro. Let's hop over to oil next. Let's hop over to oil next. Let's take a look. All right. Oil. I definitely want to see what happens with the bullish FEG. This is the only question I have for it here is, do we get supported by this bullish FEG? Yes or no? Right? Because if we get supported by this bullish FEG, then it just looks like a simple internal to external move, right? From the bullish FEG to the swing high. And the information that will show us that is whether this area acts as support or not. Right, so if this gets invalidated, if we go down here, then it looks like that bias is wrong. But if we get supported by this bullish FEG, then it looks like we'll go and try to target here. So that's what we'll be looking at there on oil. Just a simple internal to external type of move. See if the bullish FEG provides support for higher prices. Pretty simple stuff there. Let's get that updated. Hey, good morning, Fernando. Good morning, Alpha. Good morning, Jip Smith. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week going so far? Hopefully better than mine. So far, the internet's staying on so far, but we'll see if it'll last for the whole session. We'll see. We will see. All right. Euro, dollar, oil, ES and NQ. Hey, good morning, Ezekiel. Hope your day is going well. Alrighty. All right, ES and NQ. ES and NQ. Here's the question right here. Can we get above the bearish FEG? Yes or no? Can we do that? Before we get any screenshots for ES and NQ, I just want to hop back over here real quick. Make sure everybody understands we have news coming up here. 8:30 a.m. That's in another minute from now. Okay? In 1 minute. So before we get the rest of our analysis done, let's just take a look at this news. Let's see if it's any more volatile than the first one. The first one was pretty much non-existent. Beautiful unicorn up here, though. Take a look at this. Swing high, swing low, new high, new low. There's an FEG right up in here. Wow. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. All right. 10 seconds. Let's see if the news does anything this time. See what we get. Okay, maybe we actually get some movement this time. Maybe not. At least there was a tiny pop there compared to the first one. Good morning, Edward. Good morning, Manu. Good morning, Julian. Good morning, ICT 2023 Trader. Good morning, Logan. Good morning, so far. Did I miss any deals? Yes. So earlier in the stream, we had mentioned when the like button gets to 100, we'll do a giveaway here for somebody that's in chat. So if the like button gets to 100, whenever that happens, we'll give away 2 50K Lucid Flex accounts for somebody that's here in chat. Hey, good morning, Catalin. Good morning, Donald. Good morning, Silvana. No Luck, Pure Skill. How are you doing today? Hope your day is going well. JR, how are you doing today? Good morning, Ash. If you're looking to see if the daily FEG holds or not, does that mean it's a no trade day for you? I'm definitely going to take a look this morning. If you're referring to ES or NQ, I think the question's about ES or NQ. I want to know if this is just an inversion, right? Like, are they really creating a change in the state of delivery here, right? Is this supposed to be the reversal on the daily chart? It might be because we ran right through, right? We ran right through the first bearish FEG, and now we're running through the second bearish FEG. So if we're invalidating bearish points of interest, right, we might be setting up the reversal. If we go and close above the change in the state of delivery, right, or if this becomes a unicorn, right, now we're looking at a reversal for, you know, then I'm looking back at all-time highs. So I definitely want to know what's going to happen here with the FEG on the daily. That's the question that I'm asking myself today, is this right here. Like, if price is going to go, and it's already tried to invalidate it once, but if price stays above, you know, what is this, 1616, then this bearish FEG looks like it's invalidated, and we might be heading to the highs here. So take a look at that. This is essentially everything that I want to know. Right, this is what I want to know right here. right? If it does become an inversion, then I'm looking at this right here, right? Let it close above the FEG, confirming that's an inversion. Let it retest, right? This is supposed to be an area of resistance. When resistance gets broken, it then becomes support. So let it invalidate the resistance, let it retest the area of support, and then look for higher targets. That's what it's looking like on ES. So let's take a screenshot of this so that the people that are in Discord can also get the information. Okay. All right. All right, very good. And so I don't really need to go over NQ. NQ and ES should be moving the same at the same time. Looks like NQ just needs to catch up here. Looks like NQ just needs to catch up here. So same question on NQ. We'll see if it could fill the rest of the gap. Hey, good morning, Larson. Is CL inverted correlation with NQ? I'm not too sure about that. I don't follow the correlation there, so I'm not going to be able to answer that one. Sorry. I'm not looking to hand out low quality information. If I don't have the information, then I'm not going to be able to answer it. I've never looked at the correlation between CL and NQ. We did an SMT on the hourly at the highs inside the daily FEG. So I'm thinking maybe drop o'clock. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is inside the bearish FEG and you are pointing to hourly bearish SMT. So let's take a look. Unless the SMT is coming from over here, I don't see it yet. Maybe referring to this one. What is this? 10 a.m. Yeah, some highs to the left. Yes, NQ has not ran above those highs yet. So I do agree with that statement. Maybe something to look at. There was end of the quarter window dressing and the first of the month inflows. Yeah, today is the first of the month. Yep. Last year, I completed the mentorship at UU. Since then, I have managed to get multiple live accounts, payouts, even developed an in-house indicator. Holy cow. Wow. Live accounts and payouts. Amazing job. Let's throw a bunch of W's in chat for Catalin. Very, very good job. Congratulations and very good work. Osho, good morning. How are you doing today? Chen, good morning. How are you doing today? Hopefully everybody's day is going well. Hopefully everybody's week is going well. For anybody that is now just joining, I made a deal with everybody else earlier this morning that if the like button gets to 100 we will do a giveaway for somebody that is here in chat. So we're getting close here. Smash that like button. We'll be able to get a giveaway going. With that being said, I do also have a giveaway over on my Twitter. So if you want multiple opportunities from myself alone, you could also go on my Twitter account. There's some, where is it? Here it is. On Monday, I posted a 5 times 50K Flex account giveaway from My Fund of Futures. So if you react to that post, you can have a second opportunity. So multiple opportunities here, trying to help everybody out as much as I can. See if we can get to 100 here. Hey, good morning, Ali. Hope your day's going well. Just joined. Are you bullish or bearish? Yeah, here, I'll just go through the list real quick once again. Here's Euro. Euro, we're looking for higher prices because it's currently creating a bullish FEG. Dollar, we're looking at lower prices because it swept out a high and it's invalidating bullish FEGs. So we're looking for lower prices. Oil, we're looking for higher prices because it's getting supported by a bullish FEG. Okay. ES, I'm asking myself one question to understand the next move. Are we going to invalidate this area right here? Yes or no? If we go above this bearish FEG, then I'm targeting here and here. All right, so that's all the biases for all the assets that we watch. Here's the economic calendar as well. We got to be aware of what's happening today. There's lots of drivers, although the first two were pretty lackluster. I guess that means maybe they're waiting for Trump. That would make sense, but we got a 10 a.m. driver coming up too here. So let's be aware of that as well. Wow, your channel grew so much. Last time I visited was when Tyler is still tweeting with you about the unicorn. RIP Tyler, such a good human being. Me and Tyler got to do some work together, as you saw by those PDFs. He was a very good individual. Yes, we have definitely grown since then. The Twitter is doing very well. The Twitter is now, what are we at on Twitter? Twitter is at 28.5. I think the YouTube's at 18.5. And then the Instagram's at like 6 or something. And the Discord's at like 9. I'm thinking about doing some cash giveaways. What do you guys think about this? If we start putting some milestones, maybe I'll start doing some cash giveaways. For example, when the Twitter account gets to 30K, when the YouTube account gets to 20K, we could do like a $1,000 giveaway for each of them and make it so like 10 people win $100 or something. Type a 1 in chat if you think that's a good idea. Let's see if we can get even more, different giveaways. I have done computers as well in the past. Gave away some computer monitors as well. So maybe we'll set the limits at 20K on YouTube and 30K on Twitter. And when those happen, we'll do it. All right, we're getting close, chat. 90 likes, 10 more likes, and we'll do a giveaway. 10 more likes and we'll do a giveaway. See if we can get him. All right, I can't believe the internet has stayed on for this long. I was certain that we were going to get cut off by now. So at least we've gotten 45 minutes in today, whereas last couple days we got cut off way earlier. So we're making progress already. BTC chart. I haven't looked at crypto in a while. Crypto for me is just a long-term investment. This is not something that I day trade. This is something that I just hold on to. This is like something I'll be handing down to my kid. All right, so this is not exactly a day trade for me. But ETH looks like, right, is this just one area of support here? Like this looks like, let's move this down a little bit. I don't know how to use this box. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, like, is this just support for ETH? Even make this smaller here. Let's see. All right, so maybe it has a little more room to go, but the bottoms here on ETH never look pretty. The bottoms here on ETH never look pretty. Look at this. What is this? A W? This is a W shape. It's like a bear flag that breaks to the top every single time. Breakout and we run, breakout and we run. Ceasefire, huh? So, hold on. You guys made me check. You guys made me check BTC when we finally get some movement here on NQ. Is that what's going on here? Hold on. Oh, some more random volatility, huh? So you're telling me we had planned news drivers. Is this what's happening now? Hold on. Is that the 200 IQ play? Is that the new thing? We schedule red folders, but the real drivers happen when we tweet. Is that the 200 IQ play? Are you serious? Are we not using the economic calendar anymore? Instead, we'll just ceasefire as an April Fool's joke. There's no way. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? That is just cruel and unusual. How many points is this candle? See, this is just 107 to 244. So just a very quick 150 points because of one tweet. That's crazy. Wow. Jeez. Well, I guess that's how today's going. All right, chat. You guys made yourself a deal. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let me get that set up. Give me a couple seconds here. Give me a few seconds, chat. Let me get this set up. A deal is a deal. W chat. W chat. It looks like we have made it to 113 likes. So tell your friends, tell your community if you want to help them out with a chance at potentially getting a free 50K Lucid Flex account. Go send them the link to the stream, because in the matter of minutes, we are going to set up the giveaway. You guys have gotten yourself a deal. So somebody here in chat is going to get a free giveaway account. W chat. W. Hey, good morning, Mika. How are you doing today? Just joined, so I don't know if this was already addressed, but the mic is sounding pretty sharp and loud currently. I think the gain is too high. Here, let's turn it down a little bit. How about, let's see about this one. All right, tell me how that one sounds. I lowered it there. Maybe I need to just stop screaming at you all. If you guys could ever let me know if you feel like I'm screaming at you, that would be great. Thank you, Mika. I definitely don't want to be yelling at you all this early in the morning. Low volume though? Is that too low? Too low? All right. All right, we're going to have to try it a different time then, because not the most technologically inclined. So let me try that after the stream. But thank you for bringing that up, Miko. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll try it again after the stream. See if we can get some optimizing going. All right. All right, chat. Sorry for the distraction. I think it is time. We made ourselves a deal. So let's get somebody an account. All right. Here you go. Get ready. Get ready. Hopefully you guys helped out your friends. Hopefully you're telling your communities, getting them an account. All right, 2 Lucid Flex 50K accounts for 2 people that are here in chat, okay? You guys are going to have to type the word Lucid into chat. That is how you enter the giveaway, all right? All you have to do is type it once. It does not matter if the cap locks is on, but only type it once. Your name will get entered into the giveaway. I'll give everybody a few minutes to do that, and then we'll draw 2 winners. You only have to type it once. But type the word Lucid into chat. In a few minutes, we will run the giveaway winners. All right. W chat. A deal is a deal. Somebody's getting a giveaway account from chat. Somebody that you have to be in chat to claim it as well. We'll give it a few minutes. All right. We're taking the elevator down to the first floor as well. All right, still going to give it a few minutes, and then we'll draw some winners there. All right, so did they use the news to create the play? That's the question I'm asking myself right now. Looks like there is an FEG in here as well. Did they use the news to create the play? 135 point stop there. All right, is that what we're looking at today? Excuse me. Last few minutes here, or last few seconds, we're about to draw some winners here. Last few seconds. Let's see who the giveaway winners are going to be. Colo Adam looks like first winner. Colo Adam. Type in the chat. Let us know if you're here. Colo Adam. Let us know if you're here for that giveaway account. Let's see if the winner's here. Colo Adam, are you here for the giveaway account? Let us know. Colo Adam, we are going to have to re-roll if you're not here. So going once, going twice. Are you going to claim the account or what? Type it in the chat. Let us know you're here. If you are, we'll get you the account. If not, we're going to re-roll. All right. Cash. W Cash. Pretty sure I just saw Cash's name. Cash. W for the win. There's Cash. W. All right, we got one winner. We got our first winner, Cash. Cash, if you could take a screenshot of your YouTube username and provide that in the giveaway section of the Discord. That way we can confirm it's you. Then I'll get that account over to you. All right, so take a screenshot of your YouTube username. Go put that in the giveaway section of the Discord. That way I can confirm it's you, and then I'll get you that account. W Cash. And the trader pivot for the second one is the trader pivot here. The trader pivot. The trader pivot. Let us know if you're here. Claim that giveaway account. If you are, let us know. Let's see if they're here. The trader pivot. Are you here? There they are. The trader pivot. You won a giveaway. You won a giveaway. So if you take a picture, take a screenshot of your YouTube username, take that screenshot and post that. Post that in the giveaway section of the Discord. After you do that, I'll send you the giveaway account. Congratulations. Take a screenshot of your YouTube username, put that in the giveaway section of the Discord. I will get that giveaway over to you. W for the giveaway winners. The trader pivot and cash. Cash money. All right. Shall we go for the pre-market short here, chat? What do you think? What do you think? This right here. The trader pivot. W. I see that picture. I'm about to send it over. Let's go. Let's go. All right, check your DM, the trader pivot. And then if cash can do the same thing, we'll be good to go. Oh, Sonny. No way. That's number 2 for cash. Cash is catching fire. Okay. No way. I don't know how many people have won more than once. That's kind of crazy. Unfortunately, I can't use. I'm from Morocco. No way. We have to roll again? I'm so sorry to hear that. The trader pivot. I only have the Lucid account right now to give, so we're going to have to re-roll. We're going to have to re-roll. No way. That's crazy. Dang. I'm sorry, the trader pivot. We will have to... You'll have to get a different one. Jeez. Dang. Unfortunate. Should, instead of re-rolling, should we do something fun? Do we change it up and do something fun for the re-roll? Hey, good morning, son of Wall Street. How are you doing today? Yeah, I wish if I just had the ability to just have any account that I wanted, I would give them a different one if that was an option, but I don't have infinite accounts to give out. The ones that I had to give out today were the Lucid accounts. So I'm not going to be able to change that for a different account. Sorry. All right, we'll just do one more re-roll then. Very sorry to hear it. Let's see. Kersley Williams. Kersley Williams with the come from behind, comeback on the re-roll. Kersley Williams, are you here? Let us know if you're here. We just did a re-roll for the giveaway. So Kersley Williams, let us know if you're here so you can claim that giveaway account. Let us know if you are here. Give it a minute or so. Let's see if Kersley claims it. Kersley, let us know if you're here for the giveaway account. We will find somebody. That is for sure. We're going to find somebody here shortly. Most re-rolls in history today. We're setting a record for re-rolls here, people. All right. Next one. Prop Trader Pro 1. Are you here? Let us know if you're here. We'll see if we can finally get that second giveaway account completed. There's no way, right? There's just no way. Oh, boom. There we go. All right, Prop Trader, send a screenshot of your YouTube username to the giveaway section of the Discord. That way I can confirm it's you, and I'll send that account over to you. Let's see if we finally got our second winner. Yeah, congratulations. We've been doing giveaways almost all the live streams. We do giveaways on Instagram. We do giveaways on Twitter. We're trying to make as many opportunities as possible. Sorry for the individual saying, how do you enter the giveaway? We just completed it, so it's now done. So just barely missed that one. Sorry about that. But I do have one on my Twitter as well. So if you go to my Twitter feed and go to Monday, you'll see that I'm doing one on my Twitter as well. You can interact with that post to enter into that giveaway as well. So there is another chance over there on my Twitter. All right, so if the prop trader could send a screenshot to the giveaway section of the Discord showing us your YouTube username, that way we can confirm that it's you to get you that giveaway account. Have the issues been resolved? I hope so. I hope so. We'll see. Yesterday, the live stream cut out as soon as I went live on My Fund Futures. Monday, the live stream cut out even earlier. So we're just waiting to see. If they turn it off again, that's their third strike, and I'm going to go get some Starlink. But so far, so good. An hour into the stream, and they haven't turned it off yet. So we'll see what happens here. Where can we find info about how to trade in futures? I only trade Euro USD and have no idea about the contracts. So what kind of questions do you have? I could help you with them right here. So for example, NQ and ES, those are the futures symbols. NQ is NASDAQ, ES is the S&P 500. And then the thing to understand about these symbols is the quantities, like how much each one of them costs, right? So let's type this out so you can see it. There's NQ, then there's MNQ. There's ES, then there's MES. NQ, every time price moves $1 on the chart, that makes a $20 change in your P&L per every contract you have. Right? So if you have one contract, then every time NQ moves $1, your P&L is going to change by $20. MNQ, it's $2 per point per contract. Same thing over here for ES. ES is $50 per contract per point, and MES is $5. All right, so here's just a couple examples. This is NQ and ES of the point system. Notice over here that you can see that I'm on MNQ, right? So right now I would be using this point system, right? Now, putting this onto the chart, you can see if I were to enter at this line right here, right? The amount of points to my stop loss, right? My stop loss would be up here at this swing high. You can see that the amount of points is 134 points, right? 134 points. All right. Now, if I had one contract of MNQ, that means I would be risking $268, right? 134 points times $2, because $2 per point per contract equals a risk of $268. Right? So that's how you measure and do your math and understand the points, right? Like if I was over here on NQ, right? NQ, it's the same exact trade. It's just going to be more risk because one contract has more leverage, right? This would be 134 times 20, right? So 134 times 20 is $2,680. Now you can understand how to measure your risk and understand the risk management. Now you can get more than one contract, right? So if you go back down to the smaller contract, MNQ. This is per contract, right? So if you had 2 contracts, then it would be $4 per movement because you have 2 contracts. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So then once you understand this math, right? Because now this would be what, 500 and something. So now it'd be $536. Right? If you had 2 contracts, it would be $4 per point. At 134 points, it'd be $536 of risk. Right? So now once you understand the risk and the amount of points and how to measure it on a chart, now you have to understand your data, right? So now we're changing the conversation a little bit to now fitting this information to your risk management plan, right? So for example, if you have a 50K prop account and your drawdown is $2,000, right? You fail the account if you lose $2,000, right? Go and look at your data to understand what your worst losing streaks were, right? So let's say your worst losing streak was 8 in a row. We'll just use a random number, 8. Okay, if I know that my worst losing streak is 8 in a row, then I'm going to divide my drawdown by 10. That way I don't fail the account, right? That way I don't fail the account. Because then I would have to get it wrong 10 times in a row before I hit that drawdown, right? So understanding how much risk to use per trade comes from your data. Right? Is your worst losing streak 2 in a row? Then maybe we could size up a little bit more. You have to know your data to develop that risk management plan, right? So the last portion of that conversation would be the individual's ability to watch the numbers fluctuate, right? Because like if you are dealing with hundreds or if you're dealing with thousands or whatever number you're dealing with, right? If this number induces some kind of intrusive emotion, then you should just risk less. Because what you need to do is complete the trade. You shouldn't let your emotions dictate the trade. The trade should play out contingent upon the chart, not your emotions. Right? So if seeing the number 400 or 500, that is too large of a number that makes you go, oh my God, I can't be in this trade anymore. You become too fearful that you can't execute the trade, then just go lower risk. That's the last portion of the conversation as well. Know thyself. Okay, because you got to let your trades play out. You can't force your will upon the market. All right. But let me know if there's any other portion of that risk management conversation that I didn't cover or that you need further clarification for. How was the hospital visits? They've gone very well. Thanks for asking. The little one is very healthy and very happy. Every single time we've gone so far, there has not been any complications. Every time we ask, they say that we are low risk. There just hasn't been anything that has been worrying. So I'm going to go ahead and knock on some wood to make sure that I didn't just jinx myself, but everything has been going very well. Thank you for asking. How to delete just one drawing? Just press this back arrow right here. This back arrow right at the top of the chart. So very, very happy about that. They do say the last trimester is the hardest, though. So we're We're going to be entering the last trimester soon. So hopefully we remain healthy and happy throughout the last half as well. But no complications so far, and the doctors are the ones using the words low risk, not me. So very happy about that. Got a grandkid coming in June. That is amazing. Congratulations. I'm going to be, this is going to be our first child, and that's going to be in either July or June as well. First grandchild, first child for us. So it's very exciting. Is it possible that NQ goes above that new spike candle to recover orders unfilled? Anything is possible. There is no guarantee in this market, right? Just because I'm looking at this does not mean that price can't go screaming up here. Price can and will do whatever it wants, whenever it wants to. Okay, so if anybody ever gives you some form of certainty, you should run the other way, because price can and will do whatever it wants to. All right, I think we got both of the giveaway winners finally. Let's go. W. W, chat. Congrats on becoming a dad. Yeah, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate the kind comments. That was literally my top goal in life. Top goal in life was to get married, start a family, be happy and healthy. Those were probably the top three in terms of overall goals in life. So I truthfully couldn't be any happier. Just trying to take it one day at a time. Everything has been going very well so far, so nothing to be worried about, but just taking it one day at a time. Extremely happy that we're hitting some of these goals. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the kind comment. We got New York Open coming up here in about another 8 minutes. Taking a look to see if this is a bearish setup. They want to send prices lower from here. Random news spike there at 840. We'll see if that has anything to do with the rest of the day. Any questions, any information? Is there anything you guys would like to go over as we wait and watch? So we had economic calendar news, but it looks like Trump had made a ceasefire comment as well. So we did have 8:15 a.m. news. We did have 8:30 a.m. news. We do have 10 a.m. news, so we have to be aware of that for New York Open. But they're at like 8:40. Yeah, so at 8:40, there was a ceasefire comment from Trump as well that also brought some volatility in. So we definitely need to be aware of any Trump comments. Clearly that moves the market as well. It's just unfortunate that it's not here on the economic calendar. So there is no timing that. There is no preparing for that. That just happens. Bearish, but not my entry function. So we'll just watch and learn. Good luck to anyone taking it. So just like every other time, I'm in my account already right here. So you'll see if I take any positions because it'll happen right in front of you. So just for anybody that's watching, anybody that's questioning, you'll just see it right here on the screen. So we will see. Like I said earlier, the entire question for me today for New York Open is what is happening at this bearish FVG for both ES and NQ. We need to know if we're getting rejected by this FVG, yes or no. For both ES and NQ, that is the overall question for New York Open today. Are we going above it? Right? Do we go up here? Right? And invalidate it and then retest it to go higher? Right? I would want to see a daily candle closure up here to confirm that invalidation and then look for a retest for the continuation. Right now, we're still developing the candle. So that's why we're still asking ourselves the question, are we getting rejected by this bearish FVG? Yes or no? That's what we're currently analyzing to see for New York Open. Right? So that's why we're taking a look to see if this is a change in the state of delivery on the 5-minute time frame to see if that's going to be the reversal or the rejection from that bearish FVG. We shall see. We shall see. What are the list of steps you list before an entry? Daily bias, time of trade, and entry model. Yep, that makes sense. I look to participate at New York Open. So first thing is time. Okay. Right. That's why we're sitting here waiting for 9:30. Right. It's about 4 minutes away. That is New York Open. That is an important time every single day. I'm also on the East Coast, so that's the time that works the best for myself in my daily life. So time first, bias second. We get on the daily chart. We look at swing highs, swing lows, and FVGs. And that's where we get our logic from, right? And the logic that I'm referring to is that question that I just asked myself. Are we getting rejected by a bearish FVG? Then next is entry function, cracking correlation, anything that confirms those ideas, right? Bearish SMT if you're bearish, bullish SMT if you're bullish. Changes in the state of delivery, unicorns, any type of entry function as well. So no wick below. I think there is a wick below. Very tiny one, but there is one there. Yeah, so I have a wick on both ES and NQ. Not much of one, but there is one. In my observation, sometimes at a key level, price forms a unicorn, stops me out, then forms another one and moves in the right direction. Is it normal or am I missing something? I'm curious to know what time frame you're on, right? Because if you're on a 1 minute time frame, yeah, there's going to be a lot more price fluctuations, right? If you're on a 5 minute or a 15 minute, there's going to be less price fluctuations. So I'd be curious to know what time frame you're executing on. Maybe there will be less stop hunts on higher time frames because there's less price fluctuations. Try to get as much sleep as you can now before the baby comes. I will sleep when I'm dead. Plain and simple, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for business. I'm ready for a baby. I'm ready for the sleepless nights. I'm looking forward to it, to say the least. I'll gladly stay up and take care of him so that wifey could get some rest. I'm excited to put the work in, to say the least. New adventure, new era. Coffee with honey is going to carry you through. The holy grail. Black coffee with some honey. There's no way I won't be able to stay up for it. New York Open, 1 minute away. What are we going to get here today? What are we going to get here today? I'll wait for New York Open. We'll see what type of reaction occurs here at the change in the state of delivery. Maybe that's the short that we take, right? So I'm going to pop this open. What is this? 134 points, so 200. Maybe I'll grab 2 of them. We'll see. I'll start with 1. But let's see what kind of reaction occurs at this change in the state of delivery. If it's a favorable one for a short, we'll take a look at taking some shorts here at the open. Maybe we could use the 10 a.m. driver as the volatility for our target. So we'll see. See what happens here. New York Open. What are we getting here today, chat? New York Open. ES tapped into it. Is NQ going to tap into it? Let's see. Pretty lethargic open, to say the least. ES trying to go higher. NQ is just lagging here. Let's see if they pop up here into the change in the state of delivery. Not doing it yet. Maybe we take it here on MES. Oh, not the time interval. We want this. How many points is this here? Let's see. Trying to wake up a little bit here on MNQ. Did they just barely miss it there? All right, ES doing a good job pushing higher so far. Maybe ES is leading the way here. Patiently waiting to start the day. Ash, is NAS 100 chart same as yours on futures? It's referring to the NASDAQ, but we might have discrepancies because that's not a futures chart. That's a CFD chart. They're both referring to the NASDAQ, yes, but there might be small discrepancies there. All right. So far, we got a pop higher. Some nice bullish SMT there, too. At the lows there. Notice how NQ took out the lows and ES did not. Nice little pop there. Good job being patient on the bearish idea. How many points is this? It's 57. Maybe it goes back to the news candle. Let's see if they ever retest the breaker on this. So this right here. Good day, sir. Hey, what's up, HMH? How's your day going so far? We're hoping that the internet is fixed. We're not certain about it yet, but hopefully it is fixed. We shall see. Yeah, it was a little annoying, that's for sure. So, one long, one short. Of course, you get some one, right? Well, I mean, there hasn't been any trades taken so far. You can see that I'm in my account here. You can see that there's no P&L fluctuating, so that doesn't really make sense. There's been no trade taken so far. You can just see it on the screen. All right. Do they just sprint it higher to the news candle high, or do they get the retracement back to the change in the state of delivery first? We'll see. Anybody grab anything yet? How are you all doing so far this morning? Did you guys hop into any positions yet? No position so far. Okay. Missed the chat. Let's take a look. Take entries on the 1 minute and the 5 minute, but the stop happens mostly in the 1 minute. Yeah, that's what I mentioned about the 1 minute. The 1 minute chart's definitely going to have more price fluctuations, right? Like ran below the lows there, ran below the lows here. Same thing over here. They just keep sweeping out the lows there's going to be a lot more price fluctuations on the 1 minute chart. So if you're trying to execute on the 1 minute chart, it makes sense that there's more stop hunts. All right, so they're just sprinting it higher so far. Still just waiting. No position so far this morning. You'll be able to see it right there on the screen if it happens, but simply looking to just get on sides. Got the 10 a.m. news coming up too, so be aware of this. PMI at 10 a.m. Make sure of the 10 a.m. red folder. Please do bring any Trump comments to chat as well if you guys see any more news releases that Trump makes. Which is better, the daily to the hourly to the 5 minute or the 4 hour to the 15 minute to the 1 minute? I would choose the daily to the 1 hour to the 5 minute for that one. And hey, what's up? Very nice to meet you. Alrighty, chat. Just patiently waiting. Nothing has been executed so far this morning. Still waiting to see if we can capture something. Just slowly getting on sides here. All right, so they're starting to erase the move higher. Starting to get pretty aggressive, lower. What a move so far this morning. I'm seeing the inversion here too. That makes me now question the bearish setup again. This, from what we were looking at earlier. All right, so now that we have the bearish change in the state of delivery, and we'll wait to see this candle closure, but if we also get the inversion there, we'll look to see if now we can take the short and use the news driver as the volatility to send us lower. Let's see. So let's see if we get the inversion first. All right, so we're going to get short here. We're going to look to see if the news driver can send us lower. I'm going to grab one more contract as well and use the highs as the stop loss. So we'll see if it pushes higher at all. Grab one more contract to look for this. Let's see what we get here today, chat. Let's also see what everybody else thinks about this. See everybody else's opinion as well. All right, let's see what else. Let's see what everybody else says. Go comment on the tweet. I'm checking to see if anybody else is capable of providing their perspective for this position. All right, let's see everybody else's opinion. Give me 2 seconds. Let me also ask Instagram real quick. All right, never mind about the Instagram post. I think I look hideous today, so we're not doing that one. Was also going to ask Instagram if anybody else over there was going to take the trade as well, but not today. We can use, I'll use the screenshot, I guess. All right, give me a second. Gonna try to create something else. All right, got the post completed. Back over to chat. What are we going to get today, chat? Are we going to get the second contract here? Are we going to get a stop loss here? Are we going to get a take profit here? What are we getting here today? What's going to happen here today? Let's see if it pops a little bit higher. Maybe up into the inversion or this bearish FEG. Let's see if it pops a little bit higher for a second contract. Right up into there. A little bit higher. Why can't I press on this? Grab another one if it does go there. We'll see. Trump could say something and we could just rip in either direction. That is 100% true. This market has been very Trump driven. That is completely out of our control. So that's not something that we can, time or take control of. It just, we can manage our risk. We could be at the correct position sizing. We can make sure that our stops are in place. Those are the things that we can control. Outside of that, we don't know what's going to happen. Okay. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's make sure we get the updated stop loss there. Why doesn't it let me confirm? I guess I have to come. Okay, I have to confirm over there. Sure. That works. All right, here we go. We got news coming up in 7 minutes. We got some shorts going. Either we're wrong today by price going up and hitting our stop loss, or we're right today by price going lower and hitting our TP. Here's what we got for this morning. The risk has been accepted before the risk was taken. Okay, you have to understand that. I'm more than okay with this being a loser. That's why I'm taking the risk. right? If you can't accept the risk, then do not take the risk. All right? Always do your own due diligence. Accept the risk before the risk is taken. Then let the probabilities play out. So, let's see what happens here this morning, chat. What do you guys think is going to happen? Type a 1 in chat if you think this is going to be a stop loss. Type a 2 in chat if you think that this is going to be a TP. What do you guys think? Am I cooked? Am I cooked, chat? What do you think? All right, couple twos. Couple twos. Couple more twos. We'll see. We cannot control price. All we can do is allow the probabilities to play out. So whether this is a win or a loss, I've already accepted the risk. And now we just wait to see what happens. Let's see where this goes, chat. There's news in 5 minutes. That is correct. 10 a.m. news driver coming up. Get prepared. See if the news gives us an answer to our position. Maybe that'll be the driver to either go to stop loss or take profit. We'll see. Any questions, any information, feel free to throw it in chat. We can go over it as we wait and watch. But at this moment in time, I don't have much to overanalyze. All I have is another 2 minutes before the news driver comes out. News driver is probably going to give us our answer to this position here. So we shall see in about another 2 minutes. Chat, while you're at it, do me a favor, hit the sub button, turn the notifications on, hit the like button. As long as my internet allows me, we're going to continue to keep doing these live streams. Sorry about the issues in the beginning of the week, but we plan on going live throughout all of 2026. Contingent upon some internet issues. We plan on continuing to keep doing trading, giveaways, any type of Q&As, any type of collaborations. We're going to continue to keep going live throughout all of 2026. All right, back up to the second floor. All right, another 40 seconds. Here comes the 10 a.m. news driver. Maybe this will provide some sort of answer for the position. Let's see if that acts as any sort of driver for today. Okay. Not a whole lot. Not much going on so far. So it looks like it's just Trump or nothing, right? Unless Trump tweets, we don't get much going on, or maybe we're finally getting a move here. What do we got in here? Whole lot of nothing from the red folders, essentially. Whole lot of nothing from the red folders. I guess it's Trump's market. I guess it's Trump's market. Barely any volatility there. Oh, still pending? All right, is that why? Trump's holding the number back? Is that what's happening here? Everyone's sitting on their hands? Yeah. Just waiting for him to speak? Seems like it. Seems like it. Real lethargic moves from the red folders. It's like maybe the lower time frame setup provided the support here. Maybe. What time is he speaking? 9 p.m. at night. So another thing that we won't be able to, that hasn't, for today's session, you're just going to have to wait on that. Finally going into some drawdown here. We'll see if they want to run up to the stop or not. Starting to look like it. Like I said, chat, game plan's already created. Risk is already accepted. It's just a matter of waiting at this point. I'm more than okay with either one of these results, whether it's a stop or a take profit. That's what accepting the risk beforehand means. So we're just going to wait. We're going to see what happens here. So far, we're in drawdown after the news. Just going to wait. All right, chat, this one might take a little bit. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go grab a new bottle of water. So give me like 20 seconds. Just need to make it over to the fridge. Give me like 20 seconds. Let me grab a new bottle of water, and then we'll see what happens with this position. Give me like 20 seconds. All righty. Thank you for your patience, chat. Just curious, if you add IB trade when you're already in a trade like this. I've never been in that situation before, so no, I have not added an additional trade. No, I have not. I'm talking to Ash. What's the question? Are you profitable? Yes, I have made more money than I have spent on trading. My income is larger than my expenses. Yes. The past 2 years, I've had 2 profitable years. If you're talking about the current results, clearly you can see those on the screen, right? So the trade is in drawdown, but my overall results as a trader, I have made more money than I've spent. So my income is less than, my income is greater than my expenses. Yeah. Any other questions, any other information, feel free to throw it in chat. Position is still in drawdown. We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens here today. We started the position in some profit. The news brought us back into some drawdown. It still hasn't really made a move. We just kind of been stuck in this range here. From that news candle high to the low. Just kind of stuck in a range here. Been consolidating all morning. So we'll see if it goes to the high first. Who knows? Who knows? All right, this is where I'll be wrong. This is where I'll be right. We'll see if they want to take out the stop loss or if they want to start heading lower. We shall see. Do you think silver bullet is a good strategy? And would you ever do an IB strategy tutorial on YouTube? I don't know what the silver bullet is. If you just keep coming up with new names and new terminology, that's why people get lost in information overload. That's why people get lost in strategy hopping, because every other day there's a new word, new name, new strategy. If you're constantly strategy hopping, that's going to be the worst thing for you. So just pick one strategy and move forward with it, whatever strategy that is, instead of strategy hopping. I have no clue about the silver bullet. I don't even know what that is. Yes, we have already done multiple reels on the initial balance. You can go to my Instagram and see those informational reels. It covers the initial balance strategy. Silver bullet is ICT. Yeah, I mean, what isn't ICT? Apparently, he just claims everything, right? I don't know why, but apparently he just claims everything. Like, just trade the market. So I wonder if they're just going to wait around for Trump during the PM session. We're just consolidating here all morning. We haven't made a move yet. And that's what makes me think, like, are they just going to wait around for Trump? Is that what's happening today? Matt, with the current experience, what 5 suggestions would you give yourself, would you give to your unprofitable self in the past? The first one would probably be a realistic time frame. I think rushing to certain results really takes away from the learning experience, right? Instead of just having no timeline at all and focusing on working hard, right? I think that's a much better learning experience than trying to rush the process. So being patient and having a realistic time frame, that'd probably be the first thing. The second thing would be multiple sources of income. I've said this a million times and I'll continue to keep saying it. Trading is very unstable. The results are very volatile. So to rely on trading doesn't sound like a good idea. You should keep your 9 to 5. You should keep your main source of income. You should always make sure your family and your health are taken care of, right? So multiple sources of income would be that second thing. The third thing would be mental and emotional intelligence. Detach your emotions from the outcome of a trade, right? Do not let the results of a trade define your day, define your emotions, define your relations, right? Just because you have a loss on a day trade, that does not mean you should go ruin the rest of your day, right? Like now you don't go to the gym, now you don't cook dinner for the family, now you don't do your chores, all because you're so pissed off that you took a loss in day trading. That sounds like you're not mentally and emotionally stable. So that would be the third thing that I would say is mental and emotional intelligence. So I would start with those 3. That's where I would begin. Very good question, though. but you are in his comments posting unicorn screenshots and you don't know ICT? I never said that I didn't know who ICT is. Where's the confusion there? And no, I'm not in his comments. I'm pretty sure he's blocked on my page. So no, I'm not in his comments. And yes, I do know who ICT is. What was the conversation there? Maybe I'm missing something. Still in drawdown. Maybe we're finally making the move. Maybe we're finally getting an answer. I have no clue. This thing is just chopping away. It's a slow grind, and we're slowly grinding higher, so getting closer to the stop loss. The risk has still already been accepted, so the game plan has not changed. I'm going to see it through. Slow one this morning. Slow, choppy grind. Slow and choppy. Guess we'll be waiting around for an answer for a little while. What do you got for me, chat? What can we get going on as we wait for a result here? The IB range might be important here. My risk is on. The risk is already accepted. So for me, I'm not looking to analyze new information, right? I've already created the game plan and I've set the game plan. So now I'm going to see it out. Whether the IB is a long or a short, that's not going to change what I'm doing here this morning. It does look like on ES, 930 set the high. 945 set the low. So this looks like a short on ES, whereas NQ's undecided here. Okay, so this is different information on NQ. So this would be a reason to not trade IB today when two correlated assets are doing something different. So NQ made the low at 930, made the high at 935. ES made the high at 935 and the low at 945. So they are saying two different things. That if they don't align, then that IB trade would not be valid. They should both be showing shorts. They should both be showing longs. When they align, that's when the trade is valid. Right now, there's a divergence. NQ still grinding higher. Chat, you guys are hilarious. Amazing screenshot over there in Discord. What trading is you now? Show quickly. I'm sorry, I just don't even, I can't. Please try to rephrase that. I'm not sure what you're asking for there. Ash, what do you do if a trade takes 2 or 3 hours and doesn't go anywhere? Do you close it or let it run? I'm waiting for a result here. Whether it takes 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, I have no control over that. The only control I have is that prop firms do not let you hold positions overnight. So if I enter a position at 9:30 a.m. and we have not gotten a result by 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then I'm just going to manually close it. Okay, so just not holding things overnight. Other than that, I'm not timing it. I'm not saying, oh, I will only hold it for 1 minute. I will only hold it for 1 hour. I don't put restrictions like that on the trade. Tomorrow's my husband's birthday. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to him. Hopefully you guys enjoy a nice little birthday celebration. Do you think if I backtested 24 and 25, but I was unprofitable in 24, but highly profitable in 2025, I'm good to take a funded or should backtest more? Okay, your backtest is not the only thing that determines whether you should try to take an evaluation. Like, what about your finances, right? Like, if you're not prepared to risk money, then do not risk money, right? A backtest is not the only thing that makes that decision. On top of that, backtesting results are much different than live trading. There's a lot more patience that has to happen with live trading because you have to wait for the information to develop. Okay, so try an evaluation when you're financially ready, when you've gotten some experience, right? You've clicked some buttons, right? You've done your back testing, so very good job. Make sure your finances are good to go, then try an evaluation. Curious to know if this is going to be bearish SMT here. ES has not ran above this high, where NQ has, right? Is this bearish SMT or are we going all the way up to the next high? Let's see. Let's see. All right, this one's clearly going to take all day long. So hopefully you guys got a snack with you. Hopefully you found a comfy seat or something, because it is a slow, choppy grind today. They must be just waiting on Sir Trump at 9 p.m. If they go and take out this SMT, then it would definitely look like they're going to go for the stop loss. We'll see. We'll see if that's bearish SMT or not. This one is going to take forever, chat. Forever. Alrighty, like I said, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw it in chat. Until then, don't have much to overanalyze. NQ's initial balance looks like it's a long. 930 was the low. 1020 was the high. ES's initial balance. Is that a long too, or are those equal? Oh, this one's 930. Whoops. So ES's initial balance is a short. NQ's is a long. That would make the initial balance invalid as a trade. When they don't align, then it's not a valid trade. So which one's telling the truth is what I have to say. Is the short on ES telling the truth, or is the long on NQ telling the truth for the initial balance? Slow, choppy day. They're going to end up waiting for Trump on this one. Somebody tell Trump to tweet something. Has anybody got a connection with him? Anybody got Trump's number? Tell him to send a tweet so we can get some volatility here. Or maybe his right-hand man, Barron. Tell Barron to full port, to send the market in a direction. See, we just had to speak it into existence. Now we're getting some movement. Let's see if they go for the stop loss. Yeah, the real W on the day is that the Wi-Fi actually worked for the entire day. If they wanted to turn it off at this point, I wouldn't be mad. We've at least got our live stream done. The orders are set. We should be good to go. Real W on the day. All right, maybe we get our answer here. Looks like they're trying to reach higher for that news candle high. Or maybe I'm going to have to sit around for a whole nother hour for some kind of result. We'll see. We shall see. DJT, currently busy, setting his limit orders before his tweets later. Did ES take out that high yet? No, still hasn't taken out that high. Curious to know if this is going to be bearish SMT. It's still there in terms of it being a potential bearish SMT until ES runs above that. Hasn't yet, so... The slow grind. The slow grind. Back into the chop. I might fall asleep watching this PA. Yeah, that's how it feels currently. Put me to sleep kind of vibe. It is slow. It is lethargic. It has not picked a direction. Where are the fireworks, NQ? Wake up. Somebody light a fire under NQ's ass and tell him to start moving. Getting bored here. Do something already. Stairs up, elevator down. Here, I'll hit that elevator for you right now. I got you. Elevator down. Elevator back down to the first floor. AT&T giving better action than NQ. Yeah. A lot more volatile AT&T than NQ this week. That was a good one, HMH. Yeah, I'm moving more than price this morning. Literally sat down twice already and stood up twice. And NQ's still at the same price. Literally, here's, right, 9:30 open right here. Just a couple points away from the 9:30 open. Like, we just haven't done anything today. At least during New York Open, that is. Not yet. W for the internet staying alive this long. I cannot believe it. I was certain that we were going to get 3 days in a row of crashes. Ash, I have a question for you. Will you say or convince yourself even though the risks are made and lost, and how will you recover from drawdown? I mean, going aggressive or steady like 1 to 2. All of that is data-based decision making. Like, you shouldn't be trying to convince yourself. You're not like talking yourself into something. It's based on data, right? Like, collect the data for each type of result that you're looking for, right? So like, collect the data on a 1-to-1 risk to reward strategy, collect the data on a 1-to-2 risk to reward strategy, take a look objectively at the data and say, okay, this one provided better results, or okay, this one provided better results. It's not like, you shouldn't be trying to convince yourself of anything. It should be you objectively reviewing the data that you collected to get the answer. No, there is no valid initial balance play. So take a look at this. Here's NQ. NQ set the low at 9:30. NQ set the high. What was that, 10:30? What time did they set the high? Oh, they took out the high at 10:31. So the long on NQ is already done because the initial balance high has been taken out. But there is no valid trade no matter what, because ES is telling a completely different story. ES set the high at 9:35 and set the low at 9:45. So when two correlated assets are doing something different at the same time, there is no valid IB trade. That was the one reason to not take the trade. So since that is currently happening, there is no valid IB trade. Okay. All right, so they're just going to wait all day long for Trump. They literally have not left this range. Literally, this is the 9:30 opening price for ES, and we just retested it. Like, we're still essentially at the 9:30 opening price. We've done nothing for an hour, is what I'm trying to say. So, just continue to keep waiting and seeing. Like, are we finally getting some volatility here? Okay, there you go, chat. Oh, wow. Wow, no way they didn't take me out there. No way. Random volatility at 10:39. I thought that, wow. I mean, what is this? Oh my. 44 and mine's at 45. Hold on. They literally just missed it by $1.25. Wow. Are they going to get it the second time? Let's see. No way. That's crazy. That's crazy. What a move. This random volatility is just interesting, to say the least. Did take out the SMT there, too. So no longer SMT against ES. So they'll probably go and take out the high. They'll probably stop it out. Wow. That was... All right. If they don't stop me out now, that is the luckiest thing I've ever seen. Ever. $1 away from the stop loss. That would just be astonishing. Astonishing. Wow. Finally, some kind of movement. But go figure, we're just right back into the choppy range. Like, they just will not make up their mind. There's just no world that it doesn't go and hit my stop loss now, right? There's no world that that literally just happened. No way. 0% chance they don't go for the stop loss. That would just be mind-blowing. They got to stop it out at this point. There's just no way. Some crazy volatility here this morning. Sat around watching a whole lot of chop. And then within minutes, it finally makes a move. 155 all the way up to 100 points in 1.5 minutes here. That's like the definition of the market right now. 100-point minutes. All right, let's see if they take us out the second time around. Let's see what happens here. What prop account for the first funded account? Go participate in the giveaways on social media. Get a free account from one of the giveaways. And while you're waiting to win one of those giveaways, keep back testing. Right? Try to get the first one for free. That way you don't have to spend any money on it. Participate in those giveaways, get one of the free accounts. While you're waiting for that, keep back testing to get more results, and then try one. What a boring day. Hello. Much rather watch the fireworks go off. That is not happening today. It has been a slow session. Slow and choppy. Gonna have to start thinking about lunch here soon if we don't get a result. Sooner or later, chat. Sooner or later, we'll get an answer. Just gotta wait for a random volatility spike again. All right, maybe they get it on the second time around. We'll see. Maybe they'll go for the stop loss this time. Attempt number 2. Surely they don't go $1 off the stop loss this time. All right, make sure the stops are set. Let's see if they go for it the second time around. There's no way that they don't hit it. They were $1 off the first time. There's no way, Chad. There's no way. There's just no way. It's physically impossible for them not to hit the stop loss. There's no way. There's just simply no way. They're going to keep me here forever. No way. Here we go. It's got to be this time around, right? Third time's a charm, just like the internet. Just like the internet, finally working on the third time. We'll finally get a result on our third attempt here. Do something, MNQ. Alrighty, chat. Wow. What a slow one. What a slow burner. All right. Stop loss for the day. Let's fix this up a little bit. Stop loss for the day. Take this off. And there we have it. Alrighty, chat. So just like every other day, let's make sure that we get in here. Let's get our screenshot of the results. Get that posted as well. All right. All right, so L on the day. Making sure I get it documented over in Discord. All right, so we were inside of a daily bearish FEG. Just a quick recap on this. And then we'll close it up. We were inside of a bearish daily FEG. So we were looking to see if there was going to be any rejection inside of this bearish FEG. On the lower time frame, we got all the highs swept out. After sweeping out all the highs, we had looked at a bearish change in the state of delivery. Price went and closed the candle below the candle that took out liquidity. We had looked at it as a bearish change in the state of delivery. We allowed it to retest the entry function. After seeing it get rejected from it, we took shorts. The result to that position was a stop loss. So price decided to continue to keep moving higher instead of selling off. All right, so today is an L. Now that is not an invitation to go revenge trade. Okay, if you're in the mindset of, I need to make that money back, that is going to be the thing that sends you into a tilt. Okay, be objective to your results. All right. Make sure that you do good risk management. Just like every other day, turn off the charts now. Go work on your health. Go work on other businesses. Do something good for your soul. All right, so we're going to have wins. We're going to have losses. That's what day trading is. Welcome to day trading, right? Last week, we were 2-0 on the week. 2 wins, no losses. This week, we're 0-2 on the week. So pretty 50-50 in terms of win rate. Last week was good. This week was bad. And we're still going to keep showing up tomorrow no matter what. So be objective to your results. Make sure that risk management is always the #1 priority, and make sure you survive another day. But since we've finally gotten a result, I'm going to stand on my words, right? Now I'm also going to close up shop. I'm going to go get my steps in. I've been doing 10K steps every single day of this year. So I'm also going to go work on some health, go work on other businesses, and close up shop here. But thank you. I greatly appreciate every single person that continues to keep showing up. This will probably wrap up my week. I'm still going to live stream, but I don't think I'm going to continue to take risks after 2 losses in a row. Maybe we'll just stay 0-2 on the week, right? Instead of digging the hole any deeper. So with that being said, we'll still have our live streams on Thursday and Friday. Thursdays in the premium group, Fridays right back here on the live stream. So let's continue to keep working. Let's continue to keep learning. I hope everybody has a phenomenal day. Thank you once again for showing up to the live stream, and I will see you on the next one. Have a nice day, everyone.